Hey guys, it's Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to learn All You Need Is Love by the Beatles. So we got a lot of strings and horns and guitars all over the place in this one. But the harmony is pretty basic, so we're just going to stick with that. We're going to start here though with the intro with those horns, the chords that those horns are kind of implying. So that's going to be just a G major to a D, back to a G. Then to a C, D, and then we go to the actual vocal part. So once again, that's with the horn section, G, D, G, to a C, D, and then we have the progression that I just played, which is the one for the verse, and this is when the vocals start coming in. So that is G, then a D major chord with an F sharp in the bass. So move your thumb over to the second fret there on the low E string to an E minor chord. Now we have a little line in there, really not played by a guitar, but we're going to try to recreate it as well as possible. So it's still an E minor 7 chord. So play like this. These strings, high E string, third fret on the B, open G, open D. And then after you hit that open D, then hit the second fret on the D string. And then start over. It's kind of a weird timing. So after twice of playing that progression, then we do this, which is a D7 chord. Now, by itself, it doesn't sound that overly correct, but just when all the instruments come together, it's correct. You have this D7 chord, so it's the second fret on the high E, first fret on the B, third fret on the G, open D string, and you have the A in the bass. So the A string in the bass, and this bass line is going to change while the chord stays the same. So we have this, that A in the bass. Now move your little finger over to the third fret on the low E string. That's going to be in the bass now. Then that thumb again at the second fret. And then the low E open. So this. Now if you really listen close, you can hear that D7 chord in there. Then we make it to an actual D major chord. So it starts with a D major, then it's just a D major with a C in the bass, so you have to do a little bar here at the second fret, and then the third fret there on the B string. So you can reach over and grab the C with your second finger, and you can strum that. I like to kind of just pick the low string and then just keep those high strings going by hybrid picking. Then you want to keep as much of this D shape going as possible, so the top two strings at least here, while your first finger plays the second fret on the A string. And then back to the D. So this. It's about as close as we can come to you can't do dun dun dun. It's be impossible to do holding chords. So we have this. Alright, and now the only other part we have, really, chord progression that is the chorus, and it sounds like this. Alright, so that starts here with the G major to that A dominant 7 chord. That's it. Open A string, second fret on the D, open G, second fret on the B, then open a high E string. Then that D7 again. So we're at G, A7, D7. Again. Now, third time through, we're going to start with that G again, then go to a B7, so that's second fret on the A, first fret on the D string, second fret on the G, open B, second fret on the high string. Then that's an E minor chord. Now I want an E minor just with a D in the bass. So just strum the top 3 strings open and the open D in the bass. So it's, and now you can play just a C to a D. Now you can do a C major 7th if you want to lift up that first finger, because it does that once. So all together for the chorus. The G and then back to the verse. All right, now there is a couple little lead guitar licks in there. Let me play through it real quick. I got myself in trouble here having an acoustic, but we'll do our best. So it sounds like this. All right, so we're just starting with the 7th fret on the G string, then a whole step bend at the 10th fret on the B, then the 8th fret, then bend and release again at the 8th fret, and resolve it to the 9th fret on the G, and then start over with that again. You're just gonna hit the bent note again, and then same ending. So all together. And then the strings, you know, take over with a bunch of craziness. All right, so it's just that. Back to the chorus. All right, so it's a fun one to play. You know, every campfire, you'd love it. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for guitar lessons, the reed65.com. Bye-bye.